How's it going, guys? Zach here. Hope you guys are enjoying your quarantine. Today, I'm going to be showing you guys tips and tricks that can help maximize your wins in Bed Wars. Now, I've compiled 7 of the tips that I use on a daily basis when I play Bed Wars, so make sure you guys watch to the end of the video to catch all of them. Now, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Another thing I want to say before I start this video is that this channel is sponsored by Rogue Energy. I never thought that I would get this far to get a sponsor, so it's a very cool thing to have. Be sure you guys use code ZAXPOP for 10% off on all Rogue Energy products and drinks. Alright, so before I start, I just want to say that I am so underqualified to do a video on this. It's not even funny. There are so many people out there with more wins and more kills, but the reason I'm truly making this video is because I learned how to play Bed Wars in August, really, and so coming from someone who went from 0 to 150 wins within a few months, this is stuff that I've genuinely used to get better over the past couple months. Now, I wanted to say first that in order to maximize your wins, the game mode that you really want to play to get the most wins is 4v4. And if you think about it, every single other game mode involves at least 4 teams. So in 4v4 and 3v3, you have 4 teams of 3 and 4 teams of 4. And then 2v2, there's like 16 teams. And then solos, there's 16 teams as well. So when you play 4v4, statistically, you really have a 50% chance of winning, which is significant, especially if you're good at the game and you have a teammate that's good at the game. You can really maximize your percentage of winning just by doing that and playing that game mode. Now, my first official tip is that when you are fighting someone on the bridge, do not jump. Because when you jump and someone hits you in midair, your knockback is increased so much. Another thing to add to that is that this is one of those tips that I learned, or I soaked in from watching other YouTubers, such as Technoblade. I was watching a video of his, and I noticed that he never jumped when he was fighting on the bridge, and so I decided to do it in my own game, and it actually made a huge difference. So this is one of those things that I absorbed from watching other YouTubers, which I guess is kind of a tip on its own, is watch people that are good at the game play it. You know, see what they're doing, and then just try to replicate it in your game, and then who knows, maybe you're better than you thought you were. And really, that's what I use against people, is when they jump and then you hit them off, it really doesn't matter what armor you have or sharpened swords or prop. If you hit someone in midair, they're just gone in the void. And so if you can win those fights on the bridge, you'll make yourself a lot more useful and give yourself a better chance of winning. Now, my second tip is learn how to speed bridge. I cannot emphasize this more. Now, like I said, I started playing in August, and so I have really done a lot of technique on my Bed Wars adventure, and I learned how to speed bridge within the last few months. Now, I know it's not easy, it's really frustrating, and even I was playing today and I fell off while I was speed bridging, so it does take a really long time to learn, but it is well worth learning. The idea of getting to mid before other people or getting to diamonds before other people is way better than anything else I can teach you. If you guys want me to make a video on how to speed bridge, I will do that. Now, again, I am extraordinarily qualified to make that video, but if you guys really want to see it, let's go for 50 likes on this video, and I will make a tutorial on how to speed bridge inside of Minecraft. Now, my third tip is use the void to your advantage. Like I just said, when you hit someone off the bridge, it does not matter what sharpness they have on their sword, if they have an iron sword, if they have a stone sword or wood sword. It doesn't matter what they have on them. They are just gone. It doesn't matter what you have, it doesn't matter what they have. Use the void to your advantage, and you can really get a lot of kills that you shouldn't ordinarily be getting. Now, this is my next tip, which also corresponds with this one, is learn how to sideswipe, or other people call it suiciding, where when you have low hearts and someone is rushing your bed with full health, jumping to the side is a really good way to stop that push, because if you're low, you're gonna get knocked out within probably a few hits. But if they're on the bridge and you jump to the side and hit them off, you just traded your low health for that person's full health, and you just stop their push, which is a really effective skill to learn, and if you implement it well, it can do a lot of good for your team. Now, my next tip is always bring wool with you when you do anything. Now, there's been plenty of times where either I'm rushing and there's no one on the bed, but I don't have any wool, and then by the time I get through and hand punch all of the wool on the bridge, there's already someone there or someone who's going to kill me while I'm breaking the bed. And so if you bring wool, you can really get around faster, and it only costs 4 iron. So when you respawn, if you just go back and sit for like 1 second, you can get 4 iron easily, and that's what I try to do every time, unless there's someone rushing us. In that case, do not go get wool, because that will really hurt your team and that will not let you win. Now, my next tip is do not forge sit. There is nothing that makes me more angry when I see forge sitters. It really hurts me, guys. Do not sit in that forge. I swear, whenever I play with randoms, if something happens, if anything happens, if someone gets killed, if there is a team rushing us, they will sprint back to that forge and soak up all the iron and all the gold. So please do not do this. It's better for the entire team when you just straight have resources to go around so that you can buy tools and other stuff. And speaking of buy tools, that is my final tip today. Always buy tools. What I do is, in the start, I get 16 iron. And then with that 16 iron, I usually buy a stack of wool, or if someone else is going to bridge, I buy a pickaxe and wool. Because what happens a lot of the time is that people will see someone rushing in the early game and they know they have endstone or hardened clay on their bed, and then they just say, oh, they're not going to be able to get through, I can get there in time, I can finish what I'm doing. But if you have tools, there's nothing they can do. I mean, always be sure you bring tools. It really helps out. Alright, thank you guys for watching. I hope that you guys learned something from this video. I hope that you can improve in Bed Wars. Thank you guys for watching.